I wanted to just clarify the name's Ntare Guma Mbaho Mwine. And I had the great fortune to meet Scott Reynolds, one of the showrunners, co-showrunner with Clyde Phillips, doing a temp job, working a telemarketing job over 20 years ago. And just a correction also, decades, not been one decade, it's nearly 2 decades that
Decades.
Dexter has been out and about in the universe. So my connection really was with Scott Reynolds in a temp room when we were both trying to get our foot in the door in the entertainment industry. And then he, of course, ascended to the top position of being a co-showrunner on this show. And when they were writing this season for Dexter Resurrection, he said he had me in mind for the role of Blessing Kamara. So I'm grateful that, we made a connection way back when and are now working together for the second time.
Yeah, and the original series, yeah, 20 years roughly since the original Dexter. Do you remember it? Have you any vivid memories? Had you seen the show when it originally came out? Were you a fan?
I mean, you'd have to have your head in the sand to not know about Dexter from the beginning. It was the first sort of window into a serial killer, like that sort of hit the zeitgeist. Uh, so yeah, I was familiar with it. Michael C. Hall also was an alumni from NYU graduate acting program where I went to school. So yeah, we were all very well aware of the show. So it's thrilled even more so to be a part of it now.
Mm. And you mentioned there about the character, they had you in mind for this character, Blessing Kamara, in terms of what sort of character, what sort of individual, what sort of take did they say, the description of Blessing, and in terms of obviously to bring your own characteristics to the role as well. What was the synopsis of Blessing Kamara that you had to work on?
That he is a family man. He loves his community and being a sort of a center in his community. And we see early on in the show that he throws a house party and he invites Dexter to the house party. So he's the man about town in a way. And the writer's really intentional about creating, I think, you know, there's so much darkness in the show, and Blessing is sort of a ray of sunshine in a way. His daughter is named Joy. His wife and mother is her name Constance and Prudence. So Blessing, Constance, Prudence, Joy. These are all elements that are sort of thrown into Dexter's face that he has to, you know, be uncomfortable with because intimacy is not really his thing.
Yeah, I do believe you sort of, it's a quick sort of turnaround from filming to air in terms of that, because I do believe you sort of filmed in January, dare I say, and just in January, and now we're in July and it's airing. So that's quite a quick turnaround in terms of the business industry, because we're only seeing TV series, movies that were maybe shot in 2002, 2022, 2022, airing the last year or so. To say that you've filmed in 2025 and you're airing in 2025, that's a rapid sort of a turnaround. Were you surprised by that, or do you had inside knowledge that it would be airing so soon?
Before we had started filming, they had announced that it was coming out in the summer. We were filming up until June, mid-June. The show premiered in July, so just not even a month later after a wrap. And I think that's a testament to this incredible machine that has been built. I mean, this is really efficient television making. They know how to tell their stories and to cut to the chase and deliver on a deadline, if anything, ahead of deadline. So I think that's part of what happens when you have a show that's been in the works. A team of people have been working together for literally 2 decades. Uh, they know how to get the momentum going, and
Yeah, and it's an all-star cast. Obviously, Uma Thurman, very accomplished. Peter Dinklage as well. Obviously, great roles by Emilia and Jack as well. But a great sort of chemistry. Obviously, we know sort of Peter, how wonderfully talented he is as well. But Uma is a great casting as well.
what a phenomenal lineup,
Mm.
really. And I think that's also a testament to the Dexter universe because people want to be a part of this story. I mean, these are iconic performers and they're dipping their toes into the Dexter universe. Not dipping their toes, they're throwing themselves full force into this. I mean, I think their heads will be turned when they see what the work that not just Uma and Peter are doing, but the whole host of guest stars that they've assembled. So again, to be able to be on the same, being at the red carpet premiere alongside these guys was just, I was pinching myself.
Yeah, and obviously the sort of plot and the premises and the teams, obviously t families a big team in this sort of Dexter Resurrection. Obviously the connection between Dexter and his son Harrison, and obviously how things ended. Dare I say, is the prelude to the start of the new series as well, and it's almost a continuation. Dare I say, New York obviously being the big backdrop as well. It's spectacular sequence as well that is thrown into the limelight in terms of the big city where dare I say the unrecognizable man can go unrecognized can adds more suspense. Dare I say?
I mean, the city is a place to hide and a place to thrive.
Mm.
You can disappear and you can be on the marquee. Uh, so there's a lot I think that the writers did to sort of milk all of those extremes. And I think we see that play out right from the get-go. And it's a city that never sleeps, that's the saying. And so we get to see the dark shadows, pun intended by the dark passenger, the dark shadows and the bright spotlights that are shown that come from being able to film in a city like that.
Yeah, and just before I bring you on to a few other sort of projects, because I know it's a busy time for you in terms of so much going on in your career at the moment. But the Blessing Kamara sort of character, just is there so much scope? I know there's 10 episodes in season one, but do you feel there's so much scope to develop this out, to flesh it out further going forward? Are we only beginning to, dare I say, barely touching the iceberg there in season one in terms of Blessing?
Uh, I think there, I think in the 10 episodes that we see for this season, that the writers have really take us on quite a roller coaster ride. I don't know what will happen after that. As you know, anyone who gets close to Dexter, um, things don't always things don't always pan out so well. So I don't want to give anything away in terms of like what might come or what might not come.
Yeah.
But um, let's just say this first season was a thrill ride. And
Mhm.
I think that audiences will be thrown curveballs. Like people know the deal when they're stepping back into the Dexter universe. So I think the writers know that, and they're going to throw some curveballs to the hardcore fans. So there will be some unexpected twists.
Yeah, and Ntare, before we came on air, you mentioned it's a busy time for you. You've an awful lot of projects in the pipeline at the moment, and 2025 are really sort of high point so far in terms of the year for you. You might enlighten all our audience, all our listeners, where else they can see you on our TV screens or streaming platforms.
Well, thank you for giving me a chance to share a little love to the other work. I'm beyond grateful to be a part of the new Apple TV series Smoke, which has been streaming, is currently streaming. I think the first 4 episodes are online at Apple TV Plus. I'll also have the good fortune to be on the new Hulu series Washington Black that is premiering July 23rd. All of these will be streaming globally alongside Dexter Resurrection. So to have 3 shows on the air in the month of July is a real triple threat that I am beyond grateful to be a part of.
And finally, Natalia, before I let you leave, I'm going to turn it over to you for the final 30 seconds or a minute or so. You might enlighten all our audience, all our listeners, why they should tune in en masse to season one of Dexter on Paramount Plus. If they've obviously missed the first episode, to go back, rewatch it on the screen. Second episode coming out next week in terms of Dexter Resurrection. And dare I say, Natare, your character Blessing Kamara, when they do watch Dexter Resurrection, what's in store for them?
Well, actually, just a correction, the first 2 episodes of Dexter Resurrection are already streaming worldwide right now. You can get a double punch fix for any fans who need a double shot injection. This is it. Uh, I mean, what an incredible